They say real men don't talk. I say they just haven't been asked the right questions. This ain't about trends. It's about truth, about faith that don't fold, love that costs something, and manhood that still means something. I'm not here to argue. I'm here to build. This is the Always Up Podcast, Season 2, Too Real to Win. For the men still trying to love right in a world that loves wrong. I've been waiting a long time to do this episode because Dexter might be my favorite show of all time. Not even close, honestly. And if you watched the show, like really watched it, you know the craziest part of Dexter wasn't even the killing. It was how normal everything looked. Dexter had a job, friends, co-workers, relationships. This man was flipping burgers at barbecues like he ain't have a whole dark passenger riding shotgun. Meanwhile, the whole time something clearly off. And somehow, instead of the show feeling unrealistic, it felt way too real sometimes. I remember watching it younger thinking, why does this feel uncomfortable but also kind of familiar? Not the murder, obviously. Relax. But the masking, the routines, the pretending, the emotional disconnect, the internal narration, the feeling of carrying something underneath yourself all the time. That part felt real. And honestly, I think that's why the show became so big. Some people can't even fully relax during good moments because part of them still waiting for something to go wrong. And low key, that feeling kind of follows people through life. And the funniest part of the whole show was Dokes, because everybody else bought the act. Meanwhile, Dokes walked in every scene like, surprise, motherfucker. He knew something was seriously wrong with Dexter. The more I watched Dexter, the more I realized we all got a little crazy in us. I mean, not crazy like Dexter, but everybody's got certain switches, certain reactions, certain triggers, certain ways they move when life hits certain buttons, and people don't even question it. They just think, this is just who I am. You ever notice how some people react way bigger than the actual situation? Like the disagreement be small as hell, but the reaction feels like it came from somewhere way older. That's real life. Some people can't handle being ignored. Some people can't handle criticism. Some people always waiting for bad news. Some people push people away the second they start getting attached. Some people always gotta stay busy because being still forces them to think too much. And for real, half the stuff people call personality really be survival mode. That's the uncomfortable part, because eventually people stop saying, this happened to me, and start saying, this is just how I am. The whole time that version of them might have been built from something that happened years ago. That's why the Dexter concept was genius to me, because the dark passenger wasn't always loud. Sometimes it was just sitting there quietly, driving reactions, driving decisions, driving trust issues, driving anger, driving isolation, and people don't even realize it's happening. That's the scary part. Folks stop looking at certain behaviors like warning signs and just start calling them personality traits. I don't trust people. I work better alone. I don't get attached. I always expect the worst. After enough years, people stop separating themselves from the reaction. That's what made Dexter uncomfortable at times, because there were moments where Dexter genuinely believed emotional attachment made him dangerous. There's scenes where Rita, his wife, trying to love him normally, and Dexter internally talking like, if she gets too close, she'll see what I really am. That's deeper than a serial killer show. That's somebody who convinced themselves vulnerability was dangerous. And if we're being honest, a lot of people move through life exactly like that emotionally. Not letting people get too close. Always emotionally prepared for disappointment. Always keeping part of themselves hidden. And Harry, Dexter's dad, made it even deeper. Because Harry already knew something was off with Dexter early. Instead of pretending it wasn't there, he tried to teach him how to manage it, how to control it, how to live with it without letting it take over. After a while, Dexter got so used to the dark passenger that parts of it just started feeling normal to him. That's reality. Some people have been reacting to old pain for so long that they don't even question certain behaviors anymore. That's why some people stay guarded during good moments, why some people sabotage relationships before they get serious, why some people emotionally detach the second they start caring too much, part of them still reacting to something older. And after a while, those reactions stop feeling strange. They just start feeling normal. That's when the dark passenger really settles in. Not when it's loud, when it becomes routine. And once the dark passenger starts feeling normal, people start building masks around it. That's what Dexter did the entire series, perform normal, bringing donuts to work at Miami Metro, going to bars with co-workers Batista and Masuka. Meanwhile, he was internally narrating like a complete psychopath. Please don't get carried away with the serial killer storyline. That contrast is what made the show genius. Because externally, Dexter looked calm, stable, dependable. Internally, he was managing another side of himself. And the crazy part is, the mask actually worked. His sister Deb loved him. Rita trusted him. All of his friends respected him. Most people never saw the true person. That's life. A lot of people become really good at performing versions of themselves that feel safe. Versions that know how to survive conversations, relationships, work, family gatherings, social media, while the whole time carrying anxiety, anger, loneliness, old pain. And if you do anything enough, you start to believe. That's why some people don't even know if they're being authentic anymore. They know the version of themselves that gets through the day. But underneath that, there's still unresolved stuff quietly shaping how they move through life. That's why certain Dexter scenes hit different. Like his time with Miguel Prado. Miguel thought he finally found somebody that truly understood him. Meanwhile, Dexter was balancing the friendship, the code, and the dark passenger all at once. Or even when Lila came into Dexter's life, she was one of the first people who actually accepted his dark side. And for a minute, Dexter almost looked relieved not having to perform all the time. That's what made the show deeper than people realize. Because a lot of people spend their whole lives trying to find spaces where they don't have to constantly wear the mask. Somewhere they can stop performing, stop filtering themselves, stop pretending they're perfectly okay all the time. But when you spend enough years hiding parts of yourself, being fully seen can start feeling just as uncomfortable as being exposed. Now let's talk about Dokes. Because Dokes knew from day one something was off with Dexter. Not eventually, not halfway through the series. Immediately, everybody else saw quiet, awkward, forensics guy, brings donuts to work. Dokes looked at Dexter like, I'm watching you, Morgan. And that's what made those scenes so uncomfortable. Because Dexter could perform normal around almost everybody else. But around Dokes, the mask never fully relaxed. And honestly, that's life sometimes. People can perform for years, smile, work, post, date, network, play the role, the whole time carrying stuff nobody around them fully understands. But no matter how good the performance gets, unresolved stuff still affects how people move. Through reactions, distance, patterns, certain silences, emotional inconsistency, that's facts. Eventually, some people get so used to the performance that they forget how much of it started as survival. And this is where Harry made the show deeper than people realize. He understood something most people avoid in real life. Pretending the dark passenger didn't exist wasn't going to make it disappear. That's why the code mattered. Not because Harry thought Dexter was normal. He knew something was wrong early. He knew his kid was different. I mean, Dexter did get left in a pool of blood. So instead of denial, he focused on management, control, structure, discipline, awareness. And honestly, that's a real life conversation people don't have enough. Because a lot of people spend years pretending certain parts of themselves don't exist. Because everybody got certain parts of themselves they spent energy trying to outrun. Certain anger, certain insecurities, certain addictions, certain fears, certain emotional patterns. The entire time, those same patterns quietly shape decisions, relationships, reactions, identity. That's why the code was actually genius. Not the killing, obviously. Relax. The awareness, the acknowledgement, The understanding that ignoring darkness doesn't remove it. And if we're being honest, most people know exactly what their dark passenger is. Some people just don't want to sit still long enough to face it, because unmanaged pain eventually starts making decisions for you. And once that happens, people start calling self-destruction personality, or calling dysfunction just how life is. That's why Harry understood discipline mattered, because awareness without control can still destroy you. And control without honesty usually turns into denial. So tune into Dexter and let me know what you think. It's not about the violence, not about the double life. For me, it's the attachment to the dark passenger itself, because eventually people stop trying to fight certain patterns and start building their life around them. That's when the dark passenger really settles in, when dysfunction starts feeling familiar, when chaos starts feeling comfortable, when pain starts shaping identity. And if we're keeping it 100, a lot of people stay loyal to versions of themselves that are quietly destroying them. The guarded version, the emotionally detached version, the angry version, the self-destructive version, not because they're happy, but because it feels familiar. That's what makes healing uncomfortable sometimes. Not everybody wants happiness as much as they think they do, because it forces people to sit without the mask, without the performance. And eventually, some people would rather protect the survival version of themselves than risk becoming somebody they don't recognize yet. That's why the dark passenger concept stayed with me for so long, because the danger was never really having darkness in you. Everybody's got something. The danger is when you stop questioning it, when you let it drive for so long that you start defending it like it's you. And that's where the next conversation starts. Blind loyalty. Thanks for listening. Too Real to Win is for the men still trying to love right in a world that loves wrong. No clout, no gimmicks, just truth. I'm Brian B. Turner, and this is the Always Up Podcast. Until next time, stay focused, stay faithful, and always up.